When concluding the lecture on the 1990s, I mentioned that the art world has become more global in the past 25 years, or at least access to a more diverse group of artists has significantly changed. Much of this is supported and promoted by the art market. In contrast to the many isms of the titles we know from the modernist art movements, art since Y2K has become more personal. An individual's response to the spirit of the times might differ based on where an artist lives, what their cultural roots are, what their gender is, sexual preference, and other factors that could influence the creative process. Anaki Yi is a New York-based artist who is originally from Korea. Her work is uniquely motivated by science, specifically biology. If you're interested in learning more about her aerobes and her scientific process, I have an excellent video on Brightspace that shows her creative process. Diana Al-Hadid works with metaphors through impossible structures. She embraces elements beyond her control, such as different drips and figures and forms, which metaphorically enhance her subject matter. Her work often features women from mythologies and histories examining structures and stories that supported them. Through these varied approaches of structures, she explores the relationships between subject, object, and content. As someone who immigrated from Syria to the United States, she transforms her personal challenges using what she has learned from art history to establish herself as an artist, creating work that gives strength to seemingly fragile objects. Nicole Eisenman depicts contemporary life through her figures, drawings, inspirations from videos, fleeting glances across a bar, and everyday experiences. Her work captures these spaces between ordinary moments with deliberate, exaggerated, and painterly styles that reflect back on itself. The work of Dana Schutz often possesses whimsical questions like, can you smoke while swimming? Her abstract paintings transform mundane actions like sneezing into her creative expression. There's both humor and satire in her work, which often depicts everyday activities as constraints that hold us back. She portrays the drama of daily life through exaggerated poses in her paintings. One series focused on death, ranging from autopsy subjects to children playing the board game Operation. A particularly controversial painting in the series, shown at the Whitney Museum of American Art, depicted Emmett Till. For context, if you haven't seen the film Till from 2022, it tells the story of a young boy who was lynched in 1955. His mother allowed the press to photograph his brutalized body in an open casket to expose the horrific violence. The tragedy was compounded when his accused killers were acquitted. Though the painting was part of a series exploring the metaphoric concept of death, it sparked protest for potentially exploiting the spectacle. In 2022, Simone Lee won the Golden Lion Award at the Venice Biennale, the art world's equivalent to the Oscars for Best Picture. She started her career in pottery, and then it evolved into mixed media sculpture, installations, and large-scale ceramic figures. Mark Bradford represented the United States in the 2017 Venice Biennale. His abstract work is largely influenced by maps, and you can watch him discussing his creative process in a video that I posted on Brightspace. Julie Maitreux recently had a major solo exhibition at the Whitney Museum of American Art. Her seemingly abstract work draws inspiration from her father, a geologist in Ethiopia. The surveying of landscapes heavily influences her paintings, which often features cityscapes and layered histories. Oscar Murillo is a Colombian artist. He incorporates everyday themes into his abstract work, including words that could be from a shopping list. For example, polo, chorizo, or milk. Guanshao's work features ready-made objects that blend surrealism and popular culture while critiquing museum presentations of archaeological displays in a contemporary art context. Adam Pendleton developed what is known as Black Dada. Like the original Dada movement, which critiqued cultural absurdity through nonsensical perspectives, Pendleton's work challenges our perception of blackness. His pieces often incorporate the letters from Black Dada individually, B-L-A-C-K, and so on. Arranging them in abstract compositions, the work often features spray painting techniques as well as text. There's another video available to you if you want to hear him discuss his own creative process. This brief lecture on Y2K to 2025 is a short overview of about 10 artists. This is not the end of our discussion about artists that are currently working within the last 25 years. For example, the lecture on portrait in contemporary art will highlight many living contemporary artists, in addition to your presentations that we're going to watch in the final 2 weeks of this summer session.